Hey, happy June. In this video, I will be showing you how to plan a vacation while running a business as an abundant CEO. And then I will take you behind the scenes and show you how to create a budget for your trip. So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. TK, clinical psychologist and therapist business coach. So as you can see per the left side of the screen, I have some Amazon boxes that have arrived. One of the things that I am a true advocate of is that business owners need to take time off work. They want to also plan this throughout the year versus planning a mental health day, AKA burnout day. And so what I'm gonna do first is give you a little bit of information regarding what I have planned for the summer. Then I'm going to unbox some of these items just so that I can show you how I prepare months in advance before a family trip or a couple's trip happens. And then I'm going to take you behind the scenes to my project management system where I actually list out the big chunks of things, especially the budget that is required for my family to take a vacation and have a great time. So right now it's June 2022. We've been planning with about 14 other people, pretty much like 4 different families under the umbrella of our big family. All of us are going to Walt Disney World. We have a family tradition where the kids take their kids to Walt Disney World when somebody graduates high school. Now, I typically go to Walt Disney World about 1 to 2, maybe 3 times a year, depending on what's going on out there. However, we've had a large gap in our family of children graduating from high school because we came in clusters. And so we are going out there this year to celebrate my cousin, in which she's graduating high school. She's bringing her friend. And then our son is also graduating elementary school to go to middle school this year. And so it's going to be a total of, I believe, 18 people, maybe up to 20. We're staying in a very large Airbnb that sleeps like 25 people. Everybody will have a room because I did check the specs of the room. But because this is a huge trip with a lot of people and we're going to have the kids and we're going to be out there for 7 days, I wanted to make sure that my family was set up for success with specific tools that I know that I need in order to make it through a high family summer in Walt Disney World. But also I wanted to make sure that I set aside a budget so that when my kids see souvenirs that they would like, they can get those based off of what's on their little green light card, or maybe I'll do a Disney gift card this time. And we also had to budget in food, travel, rental car, gas, and all those things. So I'll show you those things in a moment. So right now I'm actually going to unbox some of these items. I have a total of like 3 boxes that came in Amazon yesterday. And then I also have a bag in which it was multiple boxes, but they were smaller items. And so to give you an idea of, because I go every year, why we continue to buy things is that, 1, because it's a celebration for graduation, not just a regular family trip, I do want to decorate the house when the kids get there with a Mickey Mouse theme so that they can have particular things to take to the park. And then because it is summer season, it is typically raining a lot. And last year when we went, it rained, I think, the most that I've seen since I was 14 years old, and I am 49. Like, the numbers are reversed, right? So needless to say, I've been going to Walt Disney World for a very long time, but by far the rain lasted so long, the longest I've ever seen it, to the point last year where we got rained out of the park. And when I say rained out of the park, all of the rides shut down and it was raining for over an hour. There's only so much we can do standing under a little tent area, not having thick enough ponchos. And so my husband and I said the next time we come in the summer, we're going to make sure that we're prepared. So last year we went on Black Friday with just the baby because we didn't have the oldest son. We have a blended family. And we decided to buy ponchos and some other things like the protector to go over the stroller just in case it rained. And even though the weather said it would be okay because it's November, you never know with Florida. But after we went that time, I realized, okay, there's certain things that I needed, like stroller accessories, things to keep me cool, because November's weather is very different than the summer weather. So let me go ahead and go through some of these items. Some of these items I will be testing out, and then if I like them, then I'm gonna go ahead and purchase them for my husband as well. But I did not want to buy like a set of 2 for certain things and then I didn't like it or it didn't work. So the first thing that I purchased, even though I know that my youngest son will be walking because all of his cousins will be there will reach a point where he's gonna get tired because of the heat. So what I decided to do this time is buy a battery fan. And the battery fan, I'll put these links in the description below. The battery fan, it has like the spider legs, and you can attach it to certain parts of the stroller. Of course, you can hold it. Now, one of the things that I love is that I have a lot of rechargeable batteries, like a whole pack. And so I'm going to bring all those rechargeable batteries and pretty much charge them up every day. We have over 20. I'm not gonna bring all 20, but I will bring about 5 to 6 sets, because especially when we go to a theme park and we're there all day, which is really what this is for, we're gonna be standing in line. It's gonna be hot, it's gonna be crowded. People are taking vacations again. So I just decided, just in case my son gets extremely hot or somebody else needs a fan, we have a battery fan that can go on the handle of the stroller or like the strap here, okay? So that's one of the items. Now, the second item, I believe, is probably gonna be one of my favorites. I've always seen people walk around with these, or like a towel version, but I said, you know what, I need to get one because it's extremely hot. So I purchased a bladeless neck cooler off Amazon. They come in various colors. I wanted pink, but I waited too late to order it and the pink was no longer available. So I'm gonna try this one out. I believe that you have to plug it up. So let's see. Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Look at God. They sent me the pink one. The pink one said it was sold out, so I ordered the white, but I guess they end up sending me the pink. And so the way that it would go, I'm guessing something like this. It can fan me because we're getting hot, standing in line, and it matches. Probably won't match my clothes at Disney World, but nevertheless, it's a cool fan. So it's circular. It has just these little things right here because the bladeless fan is right here. I'm guessing this is maybe the power button, and then it goes based off USB charger. So one of the things that I also purchased, and I'll show you that in a moment, is I purchased a larger battery pack that can, like a travel rechargeable battery, so that it can charge at least like 2 to 3 devices, like 2 USB and then one of the smaller SB, so I can even like charge my camera if I need to with the batteries if it runs out for the whole day. But I need to actually purchase some of those as well. But this is cool because we can wear it. Now, another reason why I purchased items like this is because my youngest son, he's not of age where he can get on some of the rides. We checked in with one of the other little cousins, and he is actually a year older than my son, which means that he can get on some of the rides that my son cannot get on, because the basic cutoff for like all the rides at Disneyland is 44 inches. My son is about 36, 37. So he didn't make the cut. He'll make the cut probably next year. And so there will be rides that he will probably be a set that he cannot get on. So what I'm going to do is walk him around, take him to do other things, get some popcorn, maybe get on other rides. But while I'm standing there, probably just by myself, because my husband will probably be with my eldest son, but I'll be able to wear this. So I'm excited that I didn't even open the box yesterday. I just opened the big box. So I'm happy that they sent pink. So I'm really hoping that this works. I'm gonna probably walk around the house with it, walk around the community with it, because it does get extremely hot where I stay. Right now it's already like 80 degrees. So I'm gonna test it out. If it works, I'm gonna order my husband one. So this next item is something that I've been wanting for a while. Now, one of the main reasons why I got it, of course, is because it is Mickey Mouse themed, okay? But second reason, because of the rain, I needed something that was waterproof. And so I'm gonna actually fold this back up because I'm gonna take it to well, I'll probably let one of the kids wear it on the plane, but it is waterproof. It's on Amazon for about $30 something, and it has a top zipper closure that's gold. And oh look the way it opens. So it's pretty deep. Can fit like some clothes in there or something, or some drink. It has 2 inner pockets, and I love the lining of it because it definitely will protect it against the rain. This is not leather, it's like brown cloth or something. And 2 back straps with another type of strap. So I love it because I can clip it onto, you see how I do that? I can clip it onto the stroller like that if we have to like leave it there. So probably food will go in here as well. So that snaps. Uh-oh. Okay, that was a little hard. So I gotta be careful with that. So that snaps up, but you can hold it like a tote. You can hold it as a backpack. And then it also has the front zipper, which is pretty deep as well. So I can probably put, you know, my camera and stuff in there, because if it's waterproof, of course, I don't want other things to get wet. So that is some of the items that actually was delivered yesterday. And let me show you these other items that were delivered a few days ago. Okay, so like I said, we are really looking for waterproof items and things to give the kids. And so they actually sent me 2, so I need to send 1 back. But one of the items that I purchased is a wet bag. And so, funny story, we went to Magic Kingdom last year, and we went to Magic Kingdom, everything was fine. Then we went to Animal Kingdom, Epcot. Magic Kingdom at the end, luckily we did whatever we had to do. It rained. I think I'm getting my parks mixed up, but nevertheless, we got rained out of one of the parks. Luckily we were done and we were walking out. It may have been Epcot, but when I tell you we got out of there just in enough time, I don't know what was in the rain. I don't know if it was the grease in our hair, but our eyes were burning. We had to jet run. It was Magic Kingdom. We had to jet run to the park. And one of the things that I found out later that I was highly upset about is that was the first night that they were bringing back the fireworks show. Now, I should have looked that up, but I did not. And I knew that everybody was crowding around the castle for a reason, but I didn't realize that it was like the big fireworks show that we hadn't had since the pandemic. And so I missed it. I was so mad when I got home. I wanted to go back up there because I saw that one of my friends, she's a Disney influencer. She actually was there just chilling, eating lunch under the tarp just to wait until the rain went away. And it went away right before the fireworks show because we thought anything that was going to happen would have gotten canceled. But nevertheless, what we want to do this time, because we're going to have a lot of kids, as I want to be prepared. So what we purchased is just one. It's called a wet bag. So it's pretty small, but it can carry like our socks or maybe a pair of shoes. I might have to get 2 of these, but it's pretty wide. So let me take it out. So it's pretty wide here. Looks like a little shoe thing, but it's a wet bag, so we can put in our wet clothes in here, maybe our ponchos, because I know honestly those ponchos are really difficult to fold back up once we wear them and then take them off. And honestly, in the summer we take them on, put them on, and then take them off a lot. And so that will probably be a great bag for the ponchos versus like balling it up and putting it on the bottom of the stroller and making the stroller soaking wet. So this is the second one. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep this one. So I was gonna send it back. Now, this is also one of my favorites. I purchased a Minnie Mouse cell phone case holder with a strap. So let's open this up. Okay, so this is the phone holder. It fits my iPhone 12 Pro, no Pro Max. I believe this is like a little stand right here. So I can like stand it up if I'm sitting down watching something, or my son is watching something, or of course it can be like the ring. But it also, one of the reasons why I got it is that it has these clips. So it's the polka dot strap here, and then you can clip it. I have it backward, but just to show you. Okay, so it's an adjustable strap. And just to show you what it looks like, it goes long. You can clearly do that. And then it goes like this. So I can wear a crossbody, but it's pretty cute, right? So that is my phone case that I'm gonna wear when we go out there to the theme parks. Then we also repurchased these. I don't know where they went. We purchased them actually for last summer. We cannot find them whatsoever. They are stroller clip bags. One of the things that I realized about a lot of these strollers for kids is that they don't have cup holders. They don't have holders to hold your bag. So we got some sturdy ones. I really like these big ones because even when we go to the mall or the outlets or just walk around, it's really nice not to have to hold a bag. And sometimes your backpack does not stay on the back of the stroller. So we got these pretty big, probably like the size of my hand, but they clip on, and we purchased 2 of these. So I'm gonna take those with us to Disney World. Then I purchased these for the kids. So when they come in the house, they're gonna get their little bands. The adults can get a band too. There's 4 different kind, red and black, red and white, yellow and red, and black and white with Mickey Mouse emblems all over them. So we're going to gift the kids and adults with one of these, or maybe 2. Then I purchased some cup holders. Cup holders are for the stroller. Again, I've wasted so many drinks, sometimes that are non-refundable, because I simply did not have a cup holder. Now I did purchase last year that matched like that black and white wet bag. We did purchase like an attachment that goes behind the stroller, and it's supposed to hold a drink, but it does not. It's good for my phone. It's good for like a pack of wipes and some snacks. But really what it did is compress my drink because it was on the back of the stroller. So that did not help. So now this is the cup holder, and it is adjustable. So we purchased, it was a pack of 2, and we just clipped this on the stroller as well. So we got a pack of 2. And then I believe this is the last item. It was like a party bag. So we bought 6 because I know it's 6 little kids. The big kids don't need this, but they're not wet proof per se, but they're just nice for decor when we go to Magic Kingdom at least. We have the bags, and then it pretty much has like party decor, like happy birthday, but there's no one's birthday. Actually, you know what? It is. So I'm gonna leave it up there because it is one of the adults' birthdays. So, but this is for mainly the kids. So they're gonna walk in and have this backpack and the wristbands. And then we're also going to get together with my photographer that actually lives in Orlando, Florida. And he's going to come over to the home that we're gonna stay in, and we're gonna do a family picture specifically for my grandmother. We are missing 2 grandkids, but this was the best that we can do. The other 2 grandkids were supposed to come, but due to college schedule shifts in the last 30 days, they could not come. So we're gonna get the grandkids together on the middle of the week because we're not going to amusement parks every day. And we're gonna do, of course, everybody. Then we're gonna do one of her grandkids. Then we're gonna do one of her great grandkids and surprise her with a family picture. So now I'm gonna shift. I'm gonna take you behind the scenes of my project management system, and I'm going to show you how I create my budget and what's all included when I am planning a trip out of town, especially a family trip with kids. Okay, so in this section, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes and showing you a little bit about my project management system and how I also use it for my business and my personal life. And so what you're looking at right now is at Monday.com. It is a project management system that I use to communicate and set up projects and tasks for not just myself, but also for my team, for particular subcontractors in and or out of the country. But this is the way that we communicate to get things done in our business. So we have a homepage, and this homepage has things like our company team shortcuts, which are all of our links. What I will do in a future video, because it has been requested, is to give you more behind the scenes from a business owner perspective of how to get things organized. But in this video, I'm gonna bring you to how I create my budget for my actual family vacations. And so when we click over here, we can create different workspaces, and I'm going to go to my personal workspace. So in my personal workspace, I have my intentions list, my household, like my budget, family vacations for the year, manifestation board with just a list of things that I want to manifest, and then other streams of income that I have that require me to delegate things to my team, then I will send them there. So we're gonna go to the board for 2022 family vacations. So what I want to do before going over specifically Walt Disney World, and as you can see, there's a lot of trips on here, is that I want to show you, for example, what we did for Alani. Okay, so let me actually move this. Okay, so for Alani, what I do is I put the location and the time or the date. And then what we will do is identify like the room, the resort. So we stayed in a hotel at that time. So we put a deposit down, what was our balance. And so the columns are, what is the item number? What date is it due if I have to pay for something? Who is it assigned to? Me. And the reason why I do the assignments is because this section over here, this checkbox, instead of me going to all of these boards, because there's a whole lot more boards in this system to run my business, I will just click on the checklist and that will tell me what is due today and what is coming up like tomorrow. And so I'll put the date, I put myself as the assignee, and then I'll also put the budget so that I can know, you know, how much did this trip when we were all done or before we went, how much did it cost based off the budget? And then if we spent more, of course, I can compare that number. And then I'll also have a status. And so this tells me, are things done? So I have a drop down menu that I created where it's the typical, am I working on it? Am I stuck? Am I done? That's for most of our boards. We use this method given by Monday.com. But then we also have where I created certain specifiers like pay at arrival, because there's been times when I thought that I paid for the hotel in full and I didn't, or I paid for it in full and forgot I paid for it in full. It's happened with the rental car last summer. So I want to make sure that I know what is due upon arrival and what is due like now. And so, and then the used area is that I do have a section on here because we fly Delta a lot. And as you can see, it's 12 items. And so anytime that we've shifted flights, changed flights, canceled flights, especially in the last 2.5 years, I have found myself not being able to keep track, honestly, over the last few years, when there's changes of where is the confirmation number, like whose confirmation number is it? Because we typically have 4 to 6 people that travel with our family at a time. So I want to make sure at all times that we know who has what credit and for how much, because Delta has made it very easy for us to change our flight and then be able to just put in the confirmation number, link to the person, and then it count for that trip. So that way I don't have to contact customer service majority of the time. So for Alani last year, we went January 8th through 12th. We listed, you know, the hotel that we were staying in, how much were the plane tickets. We got the plane tickets for $99 each way per person, and it was 3 of us. And so I had purchased those like in September, like September 20th. We have to register airport parking. You know, how much do we want to budget for food? Character breakfast, how much is that for the family? Because we did plan for that. We wanted to go to the luau, so how much was that? And then the confirmation number, how much was the rental car? And then you can see little bubbles. The bubbles can include comments. So like, what is the phone number? What I copy and pasted the cancellation policy because you never know what you're going to need to use. Then I also wanted to do like an island tour. Now, when we got there, we actually ended up doing a little bit more things. And we swapped out this island tour for like something else to divide it up into like multiple tours. But nevertheless, I said that we wanted a budget of like no more than like $600. So we were able to do that. You can put links in here as well to like the direct link, because maybe you find something and then you want to go back to it. And so that's how we set up Alani. So now I'm going to go for Orlando for June. So I haven't put the dates, but we will go a week in June. So originally I had paid for 6 tickets. One of my younger cousins can no longer go. So I was able to receive credit for that because I was the purchaser of the ticket, which is great. But the plane tickets were way more. I actually need to update this. It was way more than $3,300. I think the reason why we put $3,300 was because this was the original quote from JetBlue when I was first looking up the tickets, and then the prices kept going up. So we went over to Delta, and then I upgraded my family to first class tickets. So it is way more than that. That is probably a significant understatement, like 1/3 of the fee, because these plane tickets are crazy, but I also wanted first class. So room deposit, we are having 2 rooms in a Airbnb with our family. So 2 rooms was at $1,000. That's paid for as of April 1st. The rental car, you will also see a date of maybe February. That was the day that I I pay for this one in full, but sometimes we may put a deposit down. So in that case, I may pay up on arrival. Disney World tickets, so also I put deadlines in here of when I want to purchase the ticket by. So we purchased the Disney World tickets at the end of April, and it was a total for 5 tickets of $2,100 for 2 days, non-hopper. We still need to purchase the Universal Hopper Pass so we can go there for 1 day, but it is not, it doesn't require a reservation right now. So I'm just going to wait until June, because also what I want you to see is that you should be, or my suggestion is to spread out when things are due. And that's why it's good to first, before you put any due dates or amounts, list out what you want to have. So initially when I created it, I just create, okay, how many plane tickets do we need to purchase? Where are we staying? How are we going to get around, if any? Like when we go to New York, we don't rent a car, for example. If it's theme parks, how many tickets do we need to buy? How many theme parks are we going to? How much money do we want to budget for the home we're staying in? That is also separate from food at the theme park or when we go out to eat as a family. How much money do I want to set aside for my kids, for souvenirs? How much money do I want to set aside for adults? So as you can see here, we set aside $500 for the 2 kids, $500 for my husband and I, because this is not a shopping spree. Okay, that is a whole nother trip like New York. Then we also need to take into account, how much does it cost to park at the airport? We are not near the Los Angeles airport. We are about 40 miles out. So to get a truck to come pick us up and take us there, it would be the same amount, actually more, like double the cost, if we just didn't take our car. So we chose to just take our truck. We have enough space for all of us to fit in the car, 5 people plus all of the luggage. We've done it every single year. But the parking is pay up on arrival. So that actually needs to be changed, and it's due June 25th. Then we actually are staying 1 day later from our family members. Therefore, I needed to go to the place that we have a timeshare, but we just purchased a night because we're not using the timeshare week to stay for 1 night. So I decided just to pay for a 2-bedroom townhome, and we're going to pay for that as well through the Marriott chain when we get to Florida. And so our budget, excluding the extra amount of upgraded tickets, is $11,000. So I can probably estimate that this trip was a little under $17,000, to say the least. I am not saying that, of course, if you're watching this and you're like, wow, that is a lot. I'm not saying that this is definitely the amount that you want to spend on a trip, but this was a trip that I chose to give back to the kids in my family. I really wanted to take all the grandkids if possible. And I know that some of them were not financially able to do it, or I just didn't want it to be questioned that they could or could not go. So because I am in a financial position of being a business owner, I am able to save up money. And then I'm also able to give when I want to give, especially to my family. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this episode. If you love information like this, like how-tos, how to integrate business life with personal life, but of course, keeping boundaries, how to budget to, have your dream vacation, while also making sure that you inform your team that you're going to be off, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Let me know what was the either best item from the Amazon unboxing that you liked, and or what things did you like that you want to incorporate from the project management board. Now, as I mentioned, you can check out all of the links for the items in the description below. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel so that you can also get notified of when I publish new videos. But thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.